All right, happy Friday morning. Thanks for catching our First Alert weather live stream. First Alert, Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon live in the First Alert Weather Center. The weekend's almost here, yeah. Okay, well, let's see if we can give you all you need to know. All right, what's behind the curtain as we start things off this Friday morning? We're still, for another half hour, actually a little less than that, about maybe 24, 25 minutes, something like that, under freeze warning. Purple shaded counties, Kewaunee, Brown, Outagamie, south down towards Fond du Lac, Sheboygan into southern Wisconsin. We have been first alerting you for days that the killing frost was going to be heading our way, and it happened. It shouldn't have been a surprise to anybody. We've been encouraging people to protect their cold-sensitive plants, to pick their herbs in their garden and their vegetables from their garden because, well, the growing season's done. We've had low temperatures this morning, right at 32 degrees in the Fox cities, got down to 30 in Green Bay, some 20s north and west, and even along the lakeshore. Got down to 28 this morning in Sheboygan. That's over at the airport, which is a few miles inland. And in Sturgeon Bay, the low at the Cherryland Airport, 38 degrees. That's above freezing. Most people in Door County probably avoided a frost, but I'll bet you. I don't know for sure. I didn't get any correspondence from anybody, but I'll bet you, just because of what I've seen over the years, I'll bet you there were a couple spots in inland Door County that got just a little candy coating of frost, especially on the east side of Sturgeon Bay. I've seen those climatologically cool spots get a little colder than everybody else in the peninsula. Just saying. Right now, 39 in Sturgeon Bay, 34 in Appleton. We are at 33 degrees in Shawano, and it's 32 in Iron Mountain and in Escanaba. 32 in Green Bay. We're right at the freezing mark. A live shot across the street towards the Brown County Courthouse. I spy some nice fall foliage there in the foreground there towards the courthouse grounds, and in the background, a beautiful sapphire blue sky. Sunshine will mix with some fair weather clouds as we go into the midday and the afternoon. It'll be sunny to partly cloudy. The frost is going to fade. It's going to be cool and crisp with a high near 50 degrees. All right, let's give you some more detail. First Alert pinpoint predictor. Today's high temperatures, they're just a hair cooler than average for late October. An average high today would be 54 degrees. Well, we'll see 50 in Wautoma, 50 in Fond du Lac, a high of 49 in Manitowoc, and 48 for Wausau, Lakewood, and for Pembine. The past couple days have been breezy, but today, not so much. Lighter west to northwest winds, around 5, maybe 10 miles an hour. And do you see all the goose eggs there, all the zeros, 6, 7, 8 p.m.? The air is going to be calm this evening, and it's going to get cold for high school football playoff games tonight. Playoffs? Did you hear Dave Schrader during his sports report say that? Playoffs? That's a famous clip. YouTube. Go ahead and YouTube playoffs, and you're talking about playoffs. I'm sure you'll see a funny clip on there from a college coach. His name escapes me right now. That doesn't matter. Operation Football Game of the Week. Fox Valley Lutheran at Luxembourg Casco. That's a big game. And if you're going to that game or any of the games in Northeast Wisconsin, be prepared. Make sure you've got the coat. Make sure you've got the blankets. Got to keep warm, got to keep the kiddos warm. Maybe you could stop over and drop some cash for the boosters and get a couple cups of hot coffee or perhaps hot chocolate. That'll warm you up. Temperatures will be dropping back into the 30s, so it is going to be a wee bit chilly. Our next weather maker, well, we're talking about a chance. You're saying there's a chance of a few showers tomorrow morning, but it's only a tiny chance. How tiny? Well, I put it in there for tomorrow morning at 20%, and I think I was being generous. There's also a slight chance of some rain towards the middle of next week. Really, the next 7 days, wrapping up October, looks pretty dry. So this is our regional satellite and radar combo. There's a disturbance back to the west. Do you see it? Hard to see. Yeah, there's rain in Kansas and Missouri. That's not what I'm talking about. Do you see that little lobe of cloud cover moving away from Winnipeg, Canada into northern Minnesota? That's it. This is a disturbance aloft in the atmosphere. And as it swings into Wisconsin tomorrow, it'll push some clouds through the area. but the air in the Great Lakes is pretty dry aloft. There's not a lot of moisture for this weak disturbance to work with. So maybe, just maybe, it squeezes out a couple showers, but I suspect you'll see some passing clouds, and most folks will be dry this weekend. Not everybody, but most of you. Fair skies this evening on First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. See what happens around midnight? We cloud over. Here's 7 o'clock Saturday morning. Look closely. See the southwest of Green Bay, the little blobs of green? Those are the isolated showers. I see some blips of pink. Maybe, if it tries hard enough, there's a couple bits of sleet. If it's cold enough. We'll see. I'm not really confident, but it's not impossible. Clouds will be breaking open Saturday midday and especially Saturday afternoon. That's when you'll see some sunshine. And I think skies will be partly cloudy going into Sunday. Tomorrow won't be a bad day at all to take the family to the pumpkin patch or perhaps the corn maze. Go and then get like that, maybe the hot apple cider. Or, you know what, get one of those donuts that comes right out of the fryer. You know what I'm talking about? Like they lift up that basket and like the donuts, they come out and they're all warm and they've got that kind of crispness on the outside, but then you bite into them and like through that caramel glaze and it's just so soft and sugary inside. You know what I'm talking about?
I made some beignets.
Wait, what?
I made some beignets last weekend.
Kristen said she made some beignets.
You try those yourself.
Yes.
So
oh yeah.
It was an experiment. They turned out pretty well.
Did you put the powdered sugar on the top?
And actually some Nutella too.
Oh, Nutella. See? Kristen, if you get tired of this whole TV thing, you can get a job down in New Orleans in the French Quarter. That sounds delicious. Anyway, we're just wetting your whistle. Maybe you want a second breakfast. Grab a donut or find a beignet, and maybe Kristen will make some. Anyway, the whole point of what I'm saying is that you could have this little postcard moment with your family tomorrow at the pumpkin patch. It's going to be cool. Make sure the kids have got their jackets, but clouds will be giving way to some sun, and our afternoon temperatures will be getting their way into the low 50s. That's really not bad this time of year. So there's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. Today, mostly sunny, a high of 50, another bout of frost tonight into daybreak Saturday. Saturday, maybe there's a shower, but otherwise clouds giving way to some sun. Let me give you some more high temperatures across the area. 52 for Green Bay. 53 tomorrow in Appleton. Most of the area tomorrow will have low 50s, but in north central Wisconsin, we're talking about upper 40s. 54 is average, so this is just a whisker shy of seasonable. Pretty close to seasonable. Okay, now Sunday, with a sunny to partly cloudy sky and a light south wind, I think it's going to be a little bit warmer. We'll have mild highs varying from the mid-50s in the north woods and along the Lake Michigan shoreline to some low 60s sneaking into central Wisconsin. We'll be up around 58 tomorrow, Sunday rather, in Oshkosh, and double nickels, 55 for a high temperature on Sunday in Lakewood and in Sturgeon Bay. And we've got more 50s as we go through next week. A seasonable stretch, a mostly dry stretch. You'll notice that Monday's high drops back a few degrees. That's because of a breezy east wind coming off of Lake Michigan. We'll have more clouds Tuesday and Wednesday. That disturbance might pass south of us. We might get just a glancing blow of some spotty rain late Tuesday and Wednesday. It's looking kind of iffy, and I suspect that forecast track could change a little bit between now and the next 5-6 days ahead. But it's still there, that kind of dwindling rain chance. And you know what? Just beyond the First Alert Super 7-day forecast, I want to give you a First Alert update on the Halloween forecast. I've been hammering on this for a full week, sifting through the latest data, tweaking the numbers, tweaking the sky conditions. I haven't had to change it a whole lot. If you were to go back like every day since last Friday when I've updated this forecast, you'll see there hasn't been a whole lot of variability, which is great because that helps to build confidence that this will actually verify. I can't rule out on Halloween, that's a week from today, there might be a couple showers in the north woods, but otherwise I think we'll see mostly cloudy skies, high of 53 during the day, and the clouds breaking open in the evening with cool temperatures falling back through the upper half of the 40s. Might be a little bit brisk, but really, this is a 3 out of 4 stars for the Halloween forecast. I think it looks pretty good. So parents, kids, prepare, plan, and I hope you have a safe and fun time a week from today. And you know what? We're going to continue to First Alert you and your family on that Halloween forecast. And if you're like, let's say this weekend you go to Spirit Halloween because, you know, you're trying to get that last minute, costume, and you're trying to think, okay, wait, so if we get this, and if we want the kids to dress with coats and jackets, like how's this going to work? You know what? We need an update on the forecast from Steve Beylon, or one of the meteorologists at Action 2 News. Well, you know what? It's really simple. All you got to do is just tap our app, and the QR code, you can scan that, and that'll take you right to downloading it. It's just super simple. And you'll pop open the First Alert Weather app, and you'll get like a little video on the top. You'll see the radar and the current conditions and the hour-by-hour forecast. See how it all just kind of just pops up? The daily forecast, look at that. And there we go. There's the forecast right there. So everything is there at your fingertips. And we just constantly just update this with fresh information as we get it. Just tweaking little adjustments between now and Halloween. We'll continue to do that. So download it for free. WBAY First Alert Weather. Coming up on Action 2 News at noon and again at 4, meteorologist Emily Mers will tell you more about that weekend forecast. She's also got you covered Saturday morning and Sunday morning, because that's how she rolls. Where do you think you're going, Kristen?
I'm going to use the restroom if that's okay.
You could have lied. Don't say that you're using the restroom.
Well, I got to get ready for the show. I got to go switch mics.
Listen, everybody pees, right? You got to go to the bathroom, right? And then you got to get ready.
Put a little more lipstick on.
Sure.
Yeah,
And then you're anchoring the 9 o'clock show.
It's time to do all those things.
See, we're just so honest with you, right? We you know what? We're just like you. We also use the bathroom, and we also, well, I don't put on lipstick, but I do put on makeup, right?
Yeah.
And listen, and so we can relate to the things that you go through on a daily. I'm sorry to hold you up. Go use the bathroom. Why did you tell me that? We love Kristen. She's funny. Kristen, the funny thing about Kristen, she has a sense of dry humor. She like, I tend to be a little more out there, right? And Kristen, I think she just has more of a dry humor. But that time she just walloped us with that. That was funny. Oh gosh. Anyway, there you go. That is our First Alert live stream. Well, that was a highlight for me. Okay, I can wrap this up before Ted Miller gives me the vaudeville cane. All right, guys. Thanks for watching our Friday live stream. Hopefully I entertained you enough. I hope you have a great Friday, and hope you and your family have a super weekend. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you Monday of next week. Bye-bye.